get cheeky with it because you know you're not under much pressure on the opposite side, right? Zen and TK isn't going to go absolutely ham and try and like destroy you when they go for any of these plays. So you kind of get to go, right, I can play back, we can try and get control over this lane a little bit, and then open up the opportunity to try and play, since it was exactly the play we saw in their first game.
All right, answer back from Contracts on the opposite side. Dokla trying to build his rage at the moment.
Yep, needs to stack that up, wants to be able to have an empowered spell here for this. Hits level 4. Cold Meek already used here. Contracts coming around now with a harrowed path. Flash, stun, follow-up coming in from Contracts. The Shy trying to get back. He goes unstoppable. They wanted to save a little bit of extra damage. They don't quite have it. Contracts back underneath the tier 1 turret. It will be a 1-for-1 trade. First blood over to NRG. Answer from Weibo.
The Shy just about able to get enough damage down as Contracts goes underneath the tower now.
From him though. Not well aware enough.
No.
Contracts does clear out the ward, but they don't know Xiaohu's lines here still.
Yeah, Xiaohu coming around from the side. Prop Blossom! He goes for the flash and he finds the engage. Now they're going to finally take out Contracts as Xiaohu set the trap, but he gets the payoff. But can Weiwei get away? The level 5 Rel's still trying to escape, and he's reinforced in time. A shockwave coming out from Palafox, and Xiaohu's going to be caught in the back half of the fight. Weiwei's still sticking around as Palafox gets the second kill of the game for NRG. FBI and Ignar still moving forward, but they're too far behind to find anything else. End of the day, it's an even trade, 1-for-1.
And Weibo do end up walking. I think they're just trying to do that to be able to gain priority for Rift Heralds, because a Renekton or even a Cassante are not really your win conditions here. It's more about this objective.
Well, we've got Weiwei and Xiaohu both ready to contest this. Palafox coming up, wants to put in some damage. Weiwei's gonna be the target here at the start. FBI firing off the ulti, and the Pop Blossom won't get anything. Now Weiwei's gonna flash away, trying to survive. Contracts still in pursuit, but instead he's gonna get locked up. Contracts about to die, but barely hobbling away.
That was so close to NRG falling. Contracts using the flash because he knows the Xiaohu can't try and follow, but he went for that initial fight when you had no control of the mid lane.
But they don't have the numbers. Weiwei goes over the wall. He wants to try to contest it. Instead, it's going to be secured. And now Weiwei's stuck in the pit. He has to crash down over the wall to escape, but Dokla's ready to follow him. May have been a bit of an error here from the top side of NRG, but the dominance from Dokla's ready to keep the fight going. Palafox goes in, and Weiwei's trying to go out. Dokla's on pursuit. Palafox won't grab the kill just yet, but Palafox is finally going to get it now. Dokla over the wall. The Shy in the ground. NRG get 2.
The North American top side takes the Herald. They take the kills, and they can shove it right in afterwards. They're going to push on top side. They could get a ton of turret plates there.
This up, they take the Nico's health bar flash, and they're going to be good to go.
But it looks like Weiwei does not want to let it go. A TP's coming in. Weibo ready to contest. Herald's down low, still has the eyeball opened here. NRG backing away. They know how powerful the AoE engage is. Coming out from Weibo, but instead it's going to be secured by NRG. Contracts moves in, picks up the eye. NRG now backing away as Weibo looks for any opportunity to maybe catch somebody on the back end. The objective goes to NRG.
It was 11 HP. In that, getting control of the minion wave mid here. NRG pushing in. They've got wards on both sides.
Oh, the attempted shockwave with a flash out from Light is good. Now Ignar has to flash himself to escape the counterpunch from Weibo. Palafox saw the opportunity for the pick. He saw the moment to grab that valuable target.
So as well.
It might be the most important one on the opponent team as Ignar wants to follow up on him, but Ignar doesn't have a flash either.
This top Kench could be in a whole lot of trouble. They're gonna burst him down. Big Stand only keeps him alive for an extra second. Xiaohu's into the back. They stun up Palafox. He tries to get some damage back, but it ain't gonna work. The Shy goes all out, and Palafox is his next target. FBI and Dokla's trying to get away, but it's a shutdown over the Shy. Weibo just got 2, and Baron's on the menu.
Yeah, they're gonna go right over and try and bait in NRG. Contracts is still alive, but he has no ult and no flash, so he would have to walk around the front. Weibo!
This is the turning point. Weibo found their moment. NRG are going to need a big play to try to triumph here. Dokla's here on the front line, popping the dominance. Needs to try to stop these guys a little bit better. Contracts wanting to go in, but Baron's still at 3K. Dokla falling back. Stun from FBI, back on the Weiwei. Xiaohu is low, but Dokla's lower. Contracts still in a position here in the bot side of the river. Weibo will not get the Baron in 3v5. NRG, fight them off.
FBI needs to be careful though. As long as you can keep them pushed back, you can go for the Baron yourself. NRG, they're TPing in. They might have just found the Baron themselves.
They're gonna go for it. DPS check right now.
Let's see if they can burn it down in time. Weibo, they still have full health on Light, but it's the Shy and Weiwei who don't have a lot to work with. NRG burning the Baron low. Weibo backs off. NRG are going to find themselves a Baron. Weiwei having to fully disengage as Dokla goes over the wall. The big purple worm goes to the North American squad.
Huge clutch plays on the world stage here.
Continue marching forward here. Nico Stun's not going to hit anybody. DPS still on the Baron, but very slowly. 6,000 HP left on the objective. NRG still approaching. Dokla coming over now. The Shy looking to approach from behind. Weibo, we're going in for the engage. They want the collapse. Weiwei's going to find one target, but it's only Contracts. Pop Blossom hits nobody. Contracts in the stasis, keeping himself alive as the Shy is now isolated from everybody else, but it's Dokla singing the same song. FBI fires off the ulti as the Croc tries to run, but the Shy's on the hunt. Dokla's low, and he flashes away from the third hit of the Intofo strikes. Ignore looking to come back in as Palafox guns the Shy down. Contracts again looking to play the edges, skirt the absolute limits of the fight. FBI throws out another stun, but the fight is settled. Only the Shy dies.
That is exactly what a successful kite back team fight looks. NRG, they scramble and they split so that oh, never mind. We're gonna look for another one.
Ignar throwing out the tongue lash. Xiaohu in danger. Palafox throws out the ball. Weiwei is low. A lot of damage onto Xiaohu, but instead it's going to be Ignar killed off. A massive amount of damage coming out from Light. He won't get the snipe, and Xiaohu falls. A one-for-one trade on the back end, but now Palafox may be in danger. Weiwei trying to trade with him as Palafox continues his retreat. The rest of the team coming up to reinforce as Light is still a force to be reckoned with. Weibo maintain control over the top side.
They're
river,
desperate.
And
They're desperate.
Begin the Baron.
Palafox did TP back in with his death cap, so he's going to stick around. FBI going to do the same. They're waiting for Dokla. There's the TP. Time to get Weibo.
Everybody's back in. Crisp is down to 20% HP. The Shy jumps. He goes after FBI, and the Senna has been isolated and brought down. Dokla goes into the pit, but Weibo has the Baron. Dokla wants to clean him up, but he ain't going to find anybody and has to dice back over the wall. Weibo with a massive dub.
The Shockwave couldn't get on towards Light in the back of the pit. Palafox only hits onto Weiwei, and Weibo back and forth, fist fighting that whole time.
Slot, they're inside the base.
They managed to crack the first inhibitor turret. They will not overforce and go after the inhibitor itself, instead rotating down to the bottom lane where the Shy already has the next wave prepped. They're going to break their second inhibitor turret as Light applies the DPS to the mid lane inhib. Now they got to be careful on NRG's side. There's threats in so many places. The Shy's going to get jumped on by two, but the mid lane inhib is still being taken down. First inhib falls, and the Shy is again fearless back in the bottom lane. Contracts goes back into the fountain to heal up and shop, but Weibo can still keep this pressure going. Contracts and the rest of NRG, are they even going to make a stand? Bottom lane inhibitor falls. Baron's still up for another 15 seconds. Weibo are not stopping. NRG have to try to hold this line, and it looks like they may be able to clear out the minions. Contract with the defensive ulti. Dokla loses Sterix. Light's damage is absolutely brutal.
This train is keep on chugging for Weibo, and Light wants to hit them like a truck. Can he get in here?
Contracts taking a lot of DPS. He's got to back away. The minion wave finally thinned out as the Baron dissipates, but Weibo have done incredible damage to the base of NRG. Is trying to burst down Cassante. There's not enough damage threat onto the rest of Weibo to actually win NRG a fight. The Shy is a monster. When he walks at you, you have no choice but to back away. Light's going to be found and stunned up by Dokla, but Light just wins these. He pops the Sterix from the enemy top laner. Dokla just hard loses that fight. The Shy not in anywhere near as bad a shape after he goes in and trades with the enemy team. Baron started up by Weibo.
Reset coming through for Dokla. They're going to try and TP him back in. Looks like NRG have said, look, we can't really take this fight. Let's just try and take the dragon so we have something. Baron goes across, and I mean, Weibo, how far do you want to push this?
Well, Weibo are just walking down mid lane, it looks like. Remember, they're the ones who have the empowered recall. It's not NRG's. The Dragon's going to be slain, but Weibo's just running straight down mid. They're summoning up the TP. Palafox and Dokla want to try to stop him. The Shy's reinforcing. The Demolish proc ready to go. First Nexus turret is already almost down. Xiaohu takes it out. Now they go in after Palafox as Weiwei won't be able to 100 to 0, but instead it's going to be Nexus turrets dying. The full engage comes out.
The Shockwave
ulti over the top keeps him alive. Ignar's still standing, but he backs away. Xiaohu somehow staying alive as Light kills Contract. NRG will fall, and Weibo are the ones to knock him down. All five still alive. The LPL takes game one.
Light, deathless on the Aphelios. Those Melio warm hugs keeping him warm at night. never goes down is enough for Weibo.
Especially when you look at, like, yeah, Crisp hasn't had the best of times trying to play engage supports domestically. You think of, like, I mean, there's a meme with his Nautilus hooks. His Nautilus hooks kind of send him in, don't bring anyone else, and then you give over a kill as Weibo. So I definitely think it's been a case of, well, Crisp is feeling more confident on these styles of picks, and you will have to see if you're going to have enough.
Top lane, it's a lead for the Shy. Mid lane, it's a lead for Xiaohu. Weibo is just outlaning NRG across the Rift right now. They've got a 600 gold lead with no kills. Now Ignar is going to get rooted up by the Gravitum. Crash down from Weiwei. First blood, and it goes over to Crisp.
This is so good from Weibo, just going, hey, look, as long as we control this bottom quadrant, we control the bot side of the map. And once more, it's just Weiwei going, I don't care about my CS, I'm going to go, but Crisp
Having to flash away now himself. His contract catches him at the very end of his recall, nearly getting a punish there, but not enough.
And that's a big wave built up too. And, a lot of the, never mind, we're going to go for a bottom side dive here. NRG, they kill the ward, they're still gonna go.
NRG wants to make the four-man play. They got the unbreakable will, and they're ready to start. Weiwei's already here for the counter-attack, but they jump in. The killer instinct's gonna find light, and he's already down. Ignar with a flash away to make sure he doesn't pay one back. Pop Blossom only finds one. Xiaohu's gonna pick up Ignar, but now he might be taken down. The Shy teleports in. World Enders ready to end their world, baby. FBI staying alive only for a moment to kill Xiaohu, but now they're trapped between a rock and a hard place. FBI falls. There's nothing left. NRG are crushed. It's 5 kills over to Weibo.
The Shy teleports down behind them and slams the door shut behind NRG after what was a successful dive onto Light, killing.
They want to try to get something back. Big Dokes wants to get involved. They're going after Crisp and Weiwei. Crisp, low HP, still trying to get himself out, but Dokla's not going to get much of anything. The Drake is at least alive. NRG might be able to use this momentum to try to snowball into that neutral objective as the Shy retreats back underneath the tier 1 turret.
NRG are playing for the Dragon, but it's Weibo playing for plates on this Aphelios. You can see immediately Light enters up towards that top side. He wants to try and push in and you get that point-and-click CC from contracts. That's a dead Aphelios regardless.
Yeah, they have to funnel the money here for NRG. Uh-oh.
FBI in some trouble, flashing away from the ulti. He knows how much damage Light is going to do from a long way away. Magnet Storm into Ignar, who tries to flash and get himself out. Blastgoon's going to take him far, far away. A little bit more damage from Light is not enough to finish off the kill on the NRG support, but they claim the tier 1 turret. They claim flashes from both bottom laners of NRG.
Critical victories here from Weibo might even allow them to start up this Baron. FBI got sent back to base. He's got his flash. He's got his Rage Blade. NRG.
Dokla stepping up, using the power of the Cassante to just be that big meatball. The Shy still hanging around the bottom half of the map, but remember, the level 15 Aatrox does have a teleport that he can use. NRG are going to start up the Baron. They're daring Weibo to come and answer. Palafox throwing the ball into the brush. Weiwei having to back away again now. 5,000 HP left for the Baron. Weiwei goes in with a Magnet Storm. Pop Blossom's gonna find one, but nothing else. Killer Instinct into the back line, but FBI's gonna die. Light gets the first kill, and Ignar has to run. Xiaohu stays alive, and NRG are crushed. A double kill back over to Light. The Shy puts a blade through the heart of contracts, and Palafox and Dokla can do nothing but look on as Weibo will absolutely decimate North America's team.
The combo was separated from NRG, and Weibo pounds immediately onto RNG, and now they turn towards the Baron.
Light did such a good job kiting back with his Gale Force. Now though, Baron 6,000 HP and dropping.
Game number 1, they had to do a 3v5, now it's a 2v4. Dokla going in, they're trying to find the damage onto Weiwei. Dokla kills him off, and the Baron's not gonna be taken just yet. Dokla's still fighting. The Shy trying to find the Q3, but he ain't gonna grab it. Dokla dashing back out of the way of the Infernal Chains, and once again, NRG outman defend the Baron.
It's all game 1 again! Are we gonna turn towards the Baron once more?
Oh, for the same play.
They're doing it again. NRG going after the Baron. The response from Weibo, what's it going to be? Baron down to 5,000. Weiwei's still dead.
Finish!
TP
Finish!
in. World Ender's still there. Baron dropped. However, the Pop Blossom just found 3. Xiaohu goes in. The massive shockwave nearly kills Light and Crisp. Xiaohu's hanging on. Contract turning it right back around on the Light, but he won't be able to find enough damage. Dokla can't do it either. As NRG bodies hit the floor all over the river, they got the Baron, but it's Weibo who takes their lives.
One Baron Baron buff gets out alive.
Alongside the ultimate, and at that stage then Light's able to get the Infernum across the top to just whip him down.
Yeah, the idea there was everybody full send on Light and immediately kill. Here we go.
All right, Weiwei's the target. They're sending everything on the enemy jungler, but everything is not enough. Contracts at 200 HP as the Shy. Wings spread wide, looks to cut him off. FBI marked by Light. Gravits him, catches up to him here from long range. They root him up. Jump forward with the Q1, ain't gonna do it. The Shy still going forward. Infernal Chains back onto the Alistar, pulls him into place. Not enough damage. Weibo nearly gets a kill, but not quite.
Positioning for Weibo in mid though, they want the Cassante.
They go in, but the Pathmaker gets him away back underneath the tier 2. Is it gonna be enough just yet? Yes, it will! Light is unstoppable, and he shines bright with the rest of Weibo underneath the tier 2, or what was left of it after the push finds its way forward. It's a 6,000 gold lead for Weibo, and they're looking for the enemy base. Inhibitor turret under pressure. Weiwei leading the way as he has to crash down backwards, but a big ulti coming in from Light yet again. Ignar and Contracts now having to retreat as the tier 3 turret starts to crumble. Weibo is a machine once they get ahead, and they're not stopping yet. Palafox is run down, and Light is making a highlight reel out of these guys.
Run from it! Hide from it! Love it or hate it! Aphelios has made it to the world stage, and Weibo want to ride those coattails to another victory here against NRG.
All right, they're going to bury. It was, please don't. Okay, fine, sorry. Meanwhile, now they're looking for the Shy. Pick their way back in.
All right, they're going after the Aatrox, but he's already got the Sterix. He's finding a lot of healing, but it ain't going to be enough. Shut down over to Contracts. Xiaohu makes a TP, but what can they find? Ignar looking to regroup. They got to try to save FBI. He slammed back into the ground, and Xiaohu found him. Now we got a 4v4. Even fight, but it looks like Weibo doesn't want to take it.
This is something that in the LCS, NRG were quite adept.
All right, everybody grouped up around mid. North America is very familiar with this situation. The Shy getting jumped on by Contracts here, loses a little bit of HP, but nothing too serious. Jumping right back in, goes for the Q3, but he won't find it. Now with the World Ender, Ignar with a knock up onto 2. They crash down into FBI. He's under pressure. The Shy is still alive. Dokla goes all out with the Ball Blossom, finds another one. The Shy's still not going to be killed just yet, but FBI finally got him. Ignar giving the other 2 away. NRG going for the team fight. Ignar, the target. He can't be saved, and Light is godlike. It's a 4v4 on the Rift, as Weibo have control over the Drake Pit, and Contracts has no way in. Mountain Soul goes over to Weibo.
They don't have any opportunity to get in. Palafox is looking for something sneaky. Has no damage, no ult available, and it will be Weibo picking up the soul.
And I hope the Cal's been doing his cardio. Energy, there's no way they get there in time. The Baron's already at 5k. Weibo's gonna get the soul. Weibo's gonna get the Baron. Weibo's got everything. Contracts tries to get away with the Vault Breaker. Tries to stay alive. Dokla's in the middle of everybody. The Shockwave. Cassante, he gets the Shockwave placement over for Palafox. A massive Q3, but there's no follow-up. Weibo's in trouble as FBI and Contracts are now fighting the Shy. They take him low, but they can't take him down. The Shy's Aatrox is a raid boss, and he's still fighting. Ignar finally drops him as they come in with a massive counterattack, and the Pop Blossom claims FBI. The follow-up claims Ignar, and Weibo is about to take the game.
NRG got the Shy, but Weibo are coming for the Nexus. They've got Baron, and they can push hard.
They may have got the raid boss, but it's not gonna matter. Weibo still pushing. They go in after the enemy carry. Palafox trying to get away, and he barely survives. Now Contract, he's the sacrificial lamb. Light is legendary, and Dokla and Palafox cannot stop him. Game number 1 was close. Game number 2, absolutely not. Dokla can't do it. He goes all out, but he's only gonna buy a moment. Light is legendary, and Weiwei leads the charge. The Nexus is under pressure as Palafox keeps trying to fight back, but the Aphelios will take Nexus number 2, and Weibo hits match point.
Weibo are not stopping here in the quarterfinals, finding these consistent opportunities to turn around the small picks NRG are looking for and finding the win again and again.
Such impressive stuff here from Weibo. Light really stepping in to hold the Q, and you use that stun priority. If they can take control of mid lane, then maybe they can make that leak into the other lanes.
The dream team fight setup for NRG is Yone being able to ult everybody together, throw Rumble ult over the top of it, True Shot Barrage over the...
Did get an NRG deep ward onto blue buff, so when you have control with bottom lane like this, you know, Ignar's going to be able to help out on priority.
Yeah, they go in hard after Crisp at level 1. They're not quite going to find him here, but Light and Crisp both taking a ton of damage as FBI and Ignar apply the pressure nice and early, and now it's Contracts invading Weiwei this time around.
And the bottom lane will leak over here. Karma already coming. Ignar heading up.
Crisp also rotating. He's only got 300 HP here on the Heimerdinger. Weiwei throws the sapling over the wall, goes in after Ignar. The follow-up comes out from the grenade. A lot of damage on Ignar, who has to flash away. Weiwei's ready for the follow. First blood over to Crisp. They even secure the blue. They might even find enough damage back into Contracts. Now who has to flash away. Weiwei survives. Crisp coming up and making the plays.
There was no FBI. He never came across the play, wasn't able to get into position. It's going to become way, way easier for him.
Speaking of Weiwei, he's once again going after his favorite thing. Contracts his chicken camp. Jumping in now with a twisted advance. Xiaohu coming around to help him. Contracts! What was that? What was that?
His Q got dodged. That was like watching a matador, you know? The bull charges forward.
Weiwei, he's like, I'm going straight for the bot lane dive.
And he's already summoning up the twisted advance. FBI's gonna get caught out here at the beginning, gets cleansed, trying to get away from it still, flashing to drag Weiwei with them, but it ain't gonna matter. FBI just gets shot to pieces. Light grabs the kill. 3-0 game for Weibo.
Weiwei's back in his home, bottom lane. Good force from him with the Maokai ultimate. They've got what they came for. They got the push. Weiwei wants a little bit more. Can he smite fight on this? Contracts doesn't have his smite anymore. And Weiwei gets rooted up.
Yep, Weiwei rooted up. The Ignite comes down as well. Contract still going after him. Gets the Arctic Assault that time, flashing after him. Palafox wants in here. They go in to facilitate the E. Palafox grabbing the kill. NRG is on the board.
A kill just where they need it. Into the hope here for NRG. The Yone getting some money to try and fund this team fight. Palafox on the roam down bottom.
It's up there for Weibo.
Back to live. Palafox in a bad spot. He tries to use the Soul Unbound, but it's not going to get him away from this one. Xiaohu takes the kill. Weibo picking up their 4th kill of the game with control over the topside river. They immediately pick up the Herald as the prize.
And that was the early prep that we were just highlighting before we went into that replay. These wards here, Chris got there first on the reset from supports.
He would like getting that damage onto FBI on the bot side. Ignar trying to see if he can wrap around. He's beat Chris to the punch, but can he get on towards Light to get a kill?
Ooh, Light trying to play super aggressively. Now he tries to get away as Ignar's going in. A little bit more damage. True shot, barrage strikes true, and Light falls down. Xiaohu wanted to join in with a teleport just in case, but they couldn't save their AD carry in time.
They don't have FBI for this fight though on NRG side, so Weibo still in a position where they can try and contest. Not sure though, as they want to try and give this space over towards NRG. Palafox having push in mid, going to make things a bit easier for them to start to move over towards the bottom side.
Oh, Ignar, blink and you'll miss it. Xiaohu sets the trap, and Ignar walks right in. Weibo grabbed their 5th kill of the game as a TP summoned up for energy, and they want to try to get something back. Palafox arrives, but it's all too little and all too late.
That means there's going to be a huge power deficit now. We've got
need to guarantee these kills, even when they find that first part of it, the rest isn't there. Palafox versus the Shy up in the top part of the map. Soul Unbound. Oh no! A rock to the face! Learn your place! The Shy absolutely decimates him there in the 1v1. That wasn't even close. Dokla now losing to Xiaohu in the bottom lane. Drops the equalizer. It ain't gonna matter. Flashing the auto attacks. Weibo is just better.
That's the Xiaohu that did so much work for them in the regular season. All right, Weibo really came to play now. The Shy pushing on top turret, Light pushing on mid turret, NRG trying to fight back!
They want to try to find something here, but again, it's just Crisp and Weiwei knowing their limits and backing off once NRG try to make a move.
And this is what we were saying, the second Weibo get control, it is Fox. He's trying to catch the wave mid.
FBI and the rest of NRG trying to take control over this bot side river and set up for the
He's gone!
Xiaohu's already on a rampage. Palafox is gone. The twisted advance is out. Equalizer over the top, but Dokla's going to be the target here, and Xiaohu finally shut down. FBI taking the credit on that one, but he's traded back over to Dokla, who dies to Light. Meanwhile, Ignar makes an escape to the Hex Gates, and now Weiwei and the rest of Weibo have control over this Drake. They have control over the river. They have a 4v3 on the Rift. Contracts, you don't want to go in there, buddy. It's no way out. Soul point over to Weibo.
Huge stuff for Weibo. So much control.
I mean, the Emperor of Spring has always been the moniker, and unfortunately for him, he's never been able to shift that over towards Worlds. And now Dokla may need to shift out of here.
I feel like every single time the camera pans to an isolated member of NRG, it's a twisted advance coming from the trees. They're alive, and they're after NRG. Weiwei 2-1-3 here on the Maokai, having another good shot.
Here making a strike at a possible comeback. Can they get him? Contracts ult!
Palafox goes in. Xiaohu's a big target if they can take him down. He wants to disengage,
They got him.
but the damage on the Soul Unbound is enough to secure the kill. Now what about the counter punch? NRG trying to escape. Weiwei and the Shy still going forward. The Shy has the hull breaker. Very, very powerful if he's isolated. Remember, gives him a ton of extra resistances. Has teammates nearby him right now. And even though it's Weibo who lost a man, they're still feeling fine about the state of things.
The silent pressure, though, might come back to bite the Shy.
All right, NRG sending 3 men after him. Make it 4 as the TP's coming in. The Shy trying to fight these guys. Just jumps back over the head. Styling on him for now. But can he continue getting away? Twisted advance over the top. True shot barrage to get it done. The Shy falls first. Equalizer now falling as Contracts drops. Xiaohu's got the damage, and Palafox has to retreat. Weiwei leading the charge yet again with a twisted advance as Dokla barely stays alive. Weiwei having a flash out. Double kill back over to Xiaohu. Palafox goes in, gets one back of his own. Light still trying to get another kill. There's so many low health bars on NRG. Weibo come out on top. It's a 2-for-2 trade, but the health bars favor Weibo.
NRG still trying to fight their way back into this game. They make another pick on the sideline. They get the Shy. They get his flash. Weibo.
This is it.
Caitlyn traps.
NRG trying to approach on this, but Weibo, they know it's so huge if they get it. The engage is immediately going to find Chris, but now NRG's got to be careful. The dragon's been claimed. The soul belongs to Weibo. The game belongs to Weibo. Everything's about to go to Weibo. Xiaohu's in a killing spree. 2 are already dead on NRG's side. Palafox is going to join them, and Weibo are merciless.
The first year that all 4 seeds of the LPL get to a quarterfinals, and Weibo wants to show that they've got this Baron buff. You are delighted as Weibo.
Light just using that ace in the hole to chip away at the health of FBI, who does not have a lot of sustain. Palafox going over the wall, doesn't find anything with the ulti except a dab. Now they got the Maokai. The Shy's ready for the follow-up. He locks down 2. Ignar's dead. Dokla's dead. There's no chance left for NRG as FBI is sniped from downtown. A double kill. Back for Xiaohu. He's ready to silence the doubters, to quiet the haters. Weibo is going to go through those Nexus turrets like butter. Hope is a dangerous thing, and Weibo will crush the hopes of North America, crush the Nexus turrets, and crush this quarterfinal. They earn their place in the semifinals.
The LPL showing up here against the LCS. It looked close in game number 1, but it was quickly squashed by Weibo as they continue to ramp up over the course of Worlds.
Strong answers from Weibo here with a 3-0 victory. And they will be our first team in the semifinals. Congratulations. Take a bow.
Gen G or BLG are going to be their opponents waiting for them, and that is going to be another step that they are going to have to try and muster up the strength for.